Good work, Taliesin. I knew I could count on you.
Heraclios, take all of our people and get them to the boats.
You're the strategist. Do you think this is going well?
No. Wishful thinking.
Ha! We don't have time for that.
You're brave, Greek.
You too, kid. Let's get a drink when this is done.
The rest of you get on those boats. I need to take care of something. If the legends are correct, there should be a cave on this beach that connects to the Mauryan otherworld. I need to seal it, so that whatever it is that's happening here doesn't come for my people next.
You can't do that kind of magic without me. Did you hear that?
I felt it.
We all did.
That must be
Lugh, the wolf.
the lost king of the Tuatha.
More attractive than I'd imagined.
What is wrong with you?
The curse upon Ireland has been awakened. I am now reborn. I will not rest until I have dismembered and dined upon the entrails of every mortal creature who dares cross my path.
Tell your mother I love her.
Seems to be a focus means magic. We should focus. And the glowing hand. We did it! Attack! His head.
Heraclios, take all of our people and get...
The glowing hand seems to be a focus. His magic. We should focus on the glowing hand. We did it! Attack his head. The glowing hand seems to be a focus for his magic. We should focus on the glowing hand. The glowing hand seems to be a focus for his magic. We should focus on the glowing hand.
Heraclios, take all of our people and get them to the...
The glowing hand seems to be a focus for his magic. We should focus on the glowing hand. We did it! Attack his head.
Heraclios, take all of our people and...
The glowing hand seems to be a focus for his magic. We should focus on the glowing hand. You did it! Attack his head!
Heraclios, take all.
The glowing hand seems to be a focus for his magic. We should focus on the... glowing hand. You did it! Attack his head! The glowing hand seems to be a focus for his magic. We should focus on the glowing hand.
You're the king now, Lugaid. Command your troops.
I don't know what I'm doing. My soldiers! My countrymen! Onto the boats! We must leave this cursed place!
I love a good fight more than anything else in the world. But we're fucked and we need to go.
We'll distract the Tuatha. You're with us. We need to draw their attention and make it to that cave.
Good idea. That should keep them from getting too close to the king.
Something feels wrong. I can't think.
I know, but I need you to let us in. Through that cave. I was being an arsehole before. We can't do this without you. Are you ready?
No, but let's go.
Let's go home.
Did they make it?
Seems so.
At least we didn't die in vain.
We're not going to die.
Save that cheeky optimism for the ritual, darling. It's gonna be rough. All right, Tally. We need...
You thought you could escape us?
I'm counting on you. Fucking if!
But you were wrong.
No, Tally.
Your souls are ours for all eternity.
Naz, hurry!
Talayson's talk. Right, you. Don't stand there. Pick it up and put it on. Any change?
Not a one. Nothing I've tried seems to make any difference.
You'll get it. I know you will.
But what if you're wrong?
I'm a seer.
Did you see this? Any of this?
I did not.
Then stop invoking your title. You can't be the seer and fail to see things this monumental.
You're awake.
What?
You did it. You saved Mill.
I mean, of course I did it. This is what I do.
This is Barath. He's been taking care of you since you... Well, a lot has happened since you've been...
I'm sure you have questions.
Well, you died.
Technically speaking.
True. You weren't exactly dead. There was something about you that... I don't quite know how to explain it. But I was able to keep you stable with my magic until we got you back here.
Lucky for you. The cave you found connected with the Morian otherworld.
No, it didn't. Not initially. I made them connect. Magic is so helpful sometimes. It's a bit of a miracle. If Amagan and I hadn't been by your side, there's no way you would have survived. It took all our magical ability to keep you stable and bring you back here. It's likely that we're the two most talented wielders of magic alive right now.
And they're the most humble.
Am I wrong?
I didn't say that.
Humility is for the unexceptional. I am merely honest. We did manage to kill Luke with your help, and dozens of the other minor Tuatha. But the Three Kings, no. No, they're still out there.
You barely escaped with your lives. Killing them wasn't a possibility, and I'm shocked any of you made it back alive.
I'm not sure. None of what's happened makes any sense. Talayson had a bright destiny. He can't be dead. I'm not mourning, you sweet old fool. I'm saying he quite literally should not be dead. Destiny itself is corrupted now. Nothing is unfolding as it should.
This is my home, in the Morian otherworld.
She's been keeping you here since the incident.
Safest place in the world, complete with all of my magical artifacts and luxurious pillows for rest and recovery.
My home is not too far, so we've had access to my research as well. Another Morian.
Another old Morian?
It's true. I've been alive for a long time. Enough time to read just about every book that's ever been written. Learn most songs. Memorize most medicinal cures. I don't have the ability to use magic, but I have the next best thing. A decent brain. Haven't always used it to its full potential, but focusing on healing you was, and is, an honor.
My healing magic made it so we haven't had to feed you. But you're probably starving now.
Oh yes, you should eat. Start to regain your strength. I have some stew simmering in my home. I find the smell calming. I'll be back in just a few minutes with a bowl for you.
Good. I have a great fondness for broth, but I need to speak to you alone. Come find me in the throne room when you're ready for a nasty little chat.
First off, you should absolutely be dead. Our talk saved you. It absorbed the brunt of Tuatha's attack. But now I can't see your past or your future. Honestly, it's given me such a headache.
No, you still have one. You seem to still remember who you are. You seem to have memories. That means it happened. It's not even like it was erased. It's like you never existed. It means you have the most exciting future. Most of us are bound, at least partially, by fate. You have no fate. Your future is entirely yours to control. The present seems to be normal. When I use my sight, I can see you recovering on my bed. I can see you here, now. But I don't know what you're about to do next. I can't picture you eating the soup Barath is about to bring you. There's just nothing. No. You haven't been replaced in your own story. The strange thing is, there isn't even a void there. You're conspicuously missing. You used to be there, I think. I'm not sure. Not exactly, no. Not that I can recall. I've been wrong before. When something or someone powerful managed to alter the timeline. I did not see King Ith or Talacin's deaths. Neither was meant to happen. But when you're dealing with gods, expect the unexpected, I suppose. We need to speak to Amagen. That's more within his domain as a druid.
old family recipe. I hope you like turnip greens. How are you feeling? Ha! I'm sure. It isn't every day you wake up after a month of sleep brought on by an attack from the three most powerful beings in existence. Take it slow and eat something. So, what's the plan?
It's time to pay our old buddy Amagin a visit.
Oh, I knew that was coming, but I didn't want to say it.
Some things are inescapable, my dear.
No, I think I'll pass. I know I can't control my destiny, but I can at least avoid my past.
Amagin reminds him of events that aren't mine to discuss. It's not Amagin specifically. It's druids, in general. I've probably said too much, but I wouldn't recommend asking Barath either. Some stories are best told at the discretion of the storyteller, as opposed to on command. Oh, you are so kind, you sweet thing. No, I'm fine. I haven't seen Barath help someone like this in a long time, though. Oh, he is a fine cook. I need him to examine you, feel your energy. He's been distracted since the events of the last month. Understandably so. We've all been. But he doesn't know you're awake. He's not yet aware of what you've possibly become. The Morian Otherworld. Home. Our dark home. I tend to spend very little time here, unless I'm in my own quarters. When you can see reality side by side, there's something comforting in expecting a sunset and a sunrise. No two look exactly the same. There's always a glimmer of a colour, a flash of light, the presence of a single wisp of a cloud to keep you grounded in the present moment. Down here, nothing changes. Well, not for the Morians, anyway. The Formorians eat each other sometimes. Keeps things interesting.
I think I should go talk to Barath. Travelling with you would be good for him. Hopefully I can help him see that. If I can convince Barath, I'll tell him to meet you in the Formorian underworld, on the other side of the Gate of Exile. In the meantime, you should have a look around. Maybe give the Golden Market a visit. I knew you couldn't resist my persuasive charms for long. Are you certain that joining our cause is what you want?
Oh yes, of course.
Excellent. That calms my remaining nerves. I always trust you to walk the right path.
This is what I do.
We call our part of this realm the Otherworld, but Fomorians call this the Underworld. I can't say I blame them. It's not great. Like I told you before, the Fomorians once ruled Ireland, but then they partnered with Lugh, became too dangerous, and were conquered by the Tuatha in order to preserve the safety of the rest of the world. They were banished here, and have been rotting in this hole ever since.
Hey, visitors! Fancy visitors. I like your dress.
And you are?
I'm Delba, youngest daughter of King Xerión, certified underworld tour guide.
You're a what now?
Tour guide for all the people who come here to learn about the Fomorian culture and way of life. Nope, you're my first ones. I'm so happy you're here. I promise to be very thorough.
Sure, thank you. How long have you been doing this?
Not too long at all, about 12 years. The angry druid guy, yeah, he's fighting with my dad again. I tried to give him a tour, and he told me to shut up.
What an asshole, right? Right?
The absolute worst.
Darling, I think we're gonna get along just fine.
Probably all the cannibalism. Let me try that again. There's a lot of rotting flesh around due to how we rip off limbs and eat them sometimes. Well, shit. Looks like the tiny druid guy pissed off my dad.
You mean Amagin?
Yes.
He is tiny, isn't he?
The tiniest.
I think you better take us to our friend now.
Oh no.
I will not permit you to do this any longer. I am tortured enough without your insolence.
Well, if you insist on being that way, I'll have to cause you pain without asking next time.
Silence, you worm!
Look, not all druids can turn into animals. And if I did...
Seriously, Amagin, what are you doing?
Perfect. My other favorite person in the world.
I better be. Look.
You did it. You did it.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Or me?
Barath, how excellent to see you. It's been far too long.
I disagree.
Stop ignoring me! I will use your bones as toothpicks!
Hey, Dad! Look! Tourists!
Oh, those aren't tourists, Delba. That's the seer.
But she's not alone. This one here. Maybe they actually care about the plight of the Fomorians?
Do you want to know more about us? The Tuatha decided they had enough of my people. They slaughtered most of us and sent the rest of us to the underworld to writhe in pain and agony for the rest of our days. The Tuatha have always been evil. You're but the most recent to taste their wrath. It was the Tuatha who put us here in the first place. You've seen their fury. Would you invite it in? I thought not. Me? Rarely. I mostly allow my children and subjects to eat me. I regenerate faster than most, so I'm able to help the others subsist.
He's very altruistic.
I wish I could die. No, that had nothing to do with us. The Tuatha slaughtered all full-blooded Fomorians with magical abilities when they banished us here. Only half-bloods can wield magic now. Whatever you saw may have harnessed old curses left in our lands, but none of my people controlled it. That being said, it is not our magic, nor does it belong to the Tuatha. Magic knows no master. It is a conduit to a realm of wild and unstable energies. If anything, we are slaves to it. Good. My turn. Even trapped here, even blinded, I am one of the most powerful creatures on Earth. I sensed what the Tuatha said to you, what they did. Yours will be a life of power, I think. A few moments of helplessness will not hurt you. Interesting. You are detached from the timeline. They called you Mile Spain. A name that does not belong to you. Now bound to you in chains. Poor mortal. Your destiny was stolen from you, in every way that matters. You died on that beach. You told them you were free? No. They are a slave. A hammer that will shatter history, wielded by an unseen hand.
Enough!
Powerful as ever, Seer. And yet, when it comes to the Mile Spain, you are as blind as me. You may go, if you keep me informed of developments in the situation. I will agree to the Druid's terms, and allow you to use the gateway from my realm back to his home.
What?
Is that how you travel down here so quickly?
I thought you knew my house was just above his head.
You've been torturing the poor man.
He's not a man, he's a Fomorian.
This is why I hate druids.
Do we have a deal?
Fine.
Oh, and one more thing. You must take my daughter Delba with you to the surface.
Holy shit! Yes!
Now, leave my sight!
And in the end, it all came down to information. What did I tell you, Am?
Today can go die in a fire.
Speaking of fire, how's that surface world of yours doing?
Oh, everything is terrible. Corruption has spread across multiple species now, and rumors are spreading that some humans have fallen into its grasp.
It seems that Urko and his pervasive aura of impending doom are to be permanent fixtures in this land. Lovely.
And on top of everything else, by the time Prince Lugade returned, someone else had already claimed the throne.
Who?
Tarlok.
Oh, fuck.
He had been one of King Ith's advisors, until he was unceremoniously fired for being a massive twat.
That's saying something.
It really is. Is Lugade not king?
No. Those still here in Kaltia assumed that Ireland was a total loss and chose Tarlok before Lugade returned. Queen Ascota has been beside herself. She fled to the forests. Lugade's supporters have an encampment there now.
I suppose it's damage control on the surface, then.
If I help you, do you think more people will start to like the Fomorians?
It's quite likely that most people will run from you in terror.
That's okay, I'm used to it. The single eye thing freaks people out.
I do not understand how I got roped into this.
Too bad, Berry darling. It's surface time. Come, Torchbearer. We have a world to save.
Welcome home, my friend. Is the surface world the paradise you've been dreaming about?
I haven't been above in... It has to be almost a century now. It's colder than I remembered.
That tower has been lighting the way for as long as anyone can remember. Your father, Delbert, his throne is located directly underneath, connecting our two worlds, illuminating the way home.
Poetic way to describe imprisoning someone against their will.
Thank you.
That wasn't a compliment.
I'm aware.
Have the funerals been held already?
There were none.
But the king?
There were none.
You're rather quiet, Barath.
I'm often quiet.
Not like this.
Leave him alone, Nazeja.
Being here isn't...
Thank you for coming with us, Barath.
Someone has to keep you two from killing each other.
I could.
By killing them both.
Obviously.
The fire's in the woods. Is there a new settlement there?